Kitkats can read. Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to another video. First of all, sorry if you can hear my laundry going off in the background. I've got lots of laundry to do today, with it being like the beginnings of October. It's like bedding change. I washed like all my towels and flannels and freshen everything up, blankets, so there's a lot to do today. So I'm sorry, I can't help it. So today is my World of Kitkats TBR game, and for those of you that don't know, this is my TBR game that I have created, and it basically consists of lots of TBR games, but you'll see it like in a second anyway. First of all, we choose the colour cats that go to like with the TBR games, and then we play the actual game and then choose the books that go with it. I try to keep it kind of like flexible because I am a mood reader myself. I don't want to be like stressed out. I do want to have like some books chosen because obviously, you know, this book's on the TBR for a reason, especially if there's some that have been there for a while. But you know, I like to also have a little bit of control too. Now also, with it being a TBR, it is subject to change, so like I will have like this set TBR, and then halfway through the month like I'll swap up a cow or something, like just because I'm either in the mood to read it or I need to read it, and so on and so forth. So this isn't set in stone. I just try to stick to it as best I can. Plus I like organising, I like sorting TBRs, and yeah, like I find them really fun, so that's why I do them. So without further ado, let's get started with the TBR game and see how many prompts we're going to get, how many books we're going to get, what books we're going to get. Let's have some fun. Welcome to the choosing of the colour cats. As promised, the ones that came out last time that we actually played, I'll put to one side so it gives the other TBR games a little go. So without further ado, let's spin the wheel. Ooh, this is a new one, TBR 10. I'm excited. So that's Red Cat. Beer Pong TBR for Pink Cat. Blue Tall Gumball TBR for Blue Cat. Bingo TBR for the Purple Cat. Moonology Oracle cards for the Yellow Cat. TBR Roulette for the Green Cat. Wheel of TBR for the Orange Cat. TBR jar for the Black Cat. Coin push TBR for the Grey Cat. TBR Tombola has come out for the Cream Cat. And then last but not least, Rainbow Cat. Candy Shop TBR. And there we have our TBR game. Welcome to the World of Kitkats TBR board. For those of you that have never seen this board before, I hope you like the look of it. It's a board that I created a few years ago with an idea that I had in my head of colour cats. I'm a massive cat fan. I've got 5 cats myself. And basically it's kind of like developed and changed quite a few times actually. But basically it's a board that goes around like a little wiggle, and you just roll 2 dice and land on either a colour cat or the treaty shelf. The colour cats, as you would have seen previous, we chose the TBR games that went towards them. So if we land on them, that's a TBR game that we play, and it will either give us a prompt or give us a book. Now, treat yourself, if I land on that, it's pretty self-explanatory. I either treat myself by allowing myself to purchase a book to read, or I use it as a free choice, so I can choose whatever I want to read. And I basically allow myself some rules. So if I roll a double, I will add on a roll. I start with a minimum of 5 rolls, and I go up to a maximum of 12. And if I land on a colour cat, thanks Thunder, more than 2 times, I will roll again as well. Thanks Thunder for helping. Really. Thunder, what are you doing? I want to play the game. Okay. So does Thunder by the look of it. What are you doing, Thunder? So I'm gonna have to remove the culprit so that we can play the actual game. And yeah, let's give it a go. I always start at the beginning as well. Once we reach the end, we go back to the beginning again. So let's start with roll number 1. We have a 5 and a 4, which is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is a great start. It's a treat yourself. Okay, roll number 1, off to a great start already. Treat yourself. I'm using this as a free choice, so I was just sort of like, when I have all of my prompts sorted and TBR games sorted, I then kind of like start to choose books. So this is like my future self. But for this one I have decided to go, and this is the month of October, so of course it's very fitting, but that is Let's Split Up by Bill Wood. It's a YA horror, and yeah, like it's meant to be kind of like, I don't know, like kind of like funny, like Buffy kind of thing. It's meant to be kind of like a very fun YA horror, so I thought I'd put it on for this month. Rolling for our second prompt TBR game. Oh no, it's our first doubles, 2 4s. That brings up to 6 rolls. So 2 4s, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. However, we've landed on another treat yourself. So it all worked out fine. Okay, roll number 2 was another treat yourself, but it was a double, so it's kind of like a double whammy. It's like, we'll give you this free choice, however you got an extra prompt, which that's fine. So this is like my second and final treat to yourself, because I like to try and get like other TBR games involved. So for this one I've decided to go along with another YA horror, and that is Mina and the Undead by our very own Amy McCaw. Now I don't know why I haven't got around to reading this. All I will say is just like too many books, so little time, and honestly that is just what it is most of the time. And like especially if it's things like book club reads, or like review books, or like necessary reads, or things like that, those are just the reasons for it. And I've just honestly been waiting until this time of the year to put this on the TBR. I'm determined. I have been eyeing it up, so I need to get it read. I want to get it read, and I'm really hoping that I do enjoy this one. So Amy, if you're watching, I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get to it, but I'm hoping this is the time. It must be. Oh. Okay, roll number 3. 6 and a 2. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, well, as I said previous, I can't land on it more than 2 times. So we roll again. It just would be too simple, wouldn't it? 4 and a 2. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Finally, we have a black cat as our first TBR game. Okay, so roll number 3's black cat is TBR jar. I've decided to go with the TBR jar series. I need to continue TBR so I can continue some series that I have started. Now this is completely up to date. I've literally just popped like the last few of like series that I'd read recently, and yeah, they're all in here. So without further ado, I'm going to dive in and pull one out if I can. There's a lot of series that I'm in the middle of. I think I need to do like another updated video actually. Oh, I just don't know where to start because there's just so many. I've got one in my hand, but I'm like trying to get it out. It's this one right here. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this one is. This one is the Persona series. Ah, yes, we got a graphic novel series. Persona 5 graphic novel series by H. Murasaki. So we nearly ended up with another treat yourself there. But luckily we got a black cat on the second time. So with this one, if you guys remember, it was for a TBR jar, and you would have seen the jar that I went for, and this was the book series that came out, and this is the next one and the only one that I've got. But this is Persona 5 volume number 3. This is the one I'm up to. I haven't read these in a while, so I'm hoping I can kind of like remember the other 2 volumes. I'm sure I will, but I really enjoyed the other 2 volumes that I read from this one, and it's great to get a manga on the TBR as like a really nice kind of like palette cleanser, so I'm happy for this to be on the TBR. Okay, roll number 4. Oh no, our second double. It's 8 again, 2 4s. Ah. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yellow cats for roll number 4. Roll number 4, yellow cat Moonology card. So this is my Moonology Oracle deck. So we're gonna get the cards out and we'll see which one finds out to us and translate it to a prompt that we can choose. Oh my god, the cards are just endless. Just keep coming out. That's all of them. Alright, so let's give them a good shuffle. Let's make sure they are actually around the correct way as well. So, see if one calls out to us. If not, I'll select one. Okay, this one. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So, roll number 4 was our next double, and it's the yellow cat this time. The Moonology cards and the card that you would have seen with the quote, "Don't let pride get in your way." And I was trying really hard to kind of like think of what book could I put towards this one. I could put a book that has a lion on the cover, a book that like I have like pride for. I don't know, I could put like all sorts of interpretations for that one in. And the one that I decided to go with was A Light in the Flame by Jennifer Armentrout. This is a beastly book. It's the next book for the book club read. So it's the next one I need to start, and I'm kind of like using this because I don't know, like it's really hard for me to express like why I put it here. I suppose, how do I word this? It's kind of like, don't let my pride and joy stand in the way of my reading, like when there's like these beastly books to be there. If that makes sense. I hope it does. But yeah, that's like my way of thinking it. Be like, oh, like, you know, there's these really big books, like but don't let like pride and joy of like my other books I really want to read, or like the fact that I really want to read this and the fact that it's so dense and thick is like stopping me. So that's just the interpretation that I'm going to have for this one, and it gets this book onto the TBR. So this is the one that I've gone for. It's the next one in line in the Flesh and Fire series. So we went from Blood and Ash and I've gone back to this one. It's just the fact that it's like over 600 pages. It's just like, I'm such a slow reader, so this may take me a while, but I will get there. That's the main thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to diving into this and to seeing what happens next in this one. I'm hoping it's not going to be too complicated, because I have been struggling a little bit lately with these books, and yeah, like with the storyline and like with the characters and stuff. So I'm really hoping it's going to be one that I do enjoy, and give like a 5 out of 5 star rating. So I don't know what I'm going to think about it. Roll number 5. 5 and a 3. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have Pink Cat for roll number 5. Alright guys, beer pong TBR. I haven't had this in ages. So fun. So there's prompts in each and every one of these cups. I've got 2 balls here. I'm just going to do it until I get 1 in a cup. So I wouldn't say I have the best of same, and I don't know what is in which cup, so it's just going to go completely balls up most likely, but here goes. Alright. Oh, okay. I've got one straight away. I really didn't. Honestly, I was like, it's so gonna bounce everywhere. Okay, so there's a prompt in here. I'm just gonna pull it out. Let's see what one we got. And this one is right here. Oh my god, awesome. Cat's Choice. Amazing.
Can you please pick one of these books? Over here. Which one? Can you choose one, Wanda? Alright, it's lingering on the boyfriend list, so I'm going to go with that one.
Okay, roll number 5, the Pink Cat, the beer pong game. This is pretty fun. I'm glad that it came out. And as you would have seen, the prompt that came out was Cat's Choice. So I had some library books, and as you guys would have seen, they were just laid down. I was like, look, I'm just going to go for the one that they kind of like walk on first. I know it's like really, really silly, but I was just like, I'm so tired. And I think the cats were just like not having it. So I went for the one that they mostly walked on, and that was The Boyfriend List by E. Lockhart. This is actually a recent library pickup for me, and I saw this literally like the other day, and I was like, oh well, this author is going to be a Yalk, so yes, I obviously want to read the books. I don't know what I'm going to think about this one. It's got footnotes in it, and like I don't really know like how I feel about footnotes, like at the bottom of the page where you have to like jump between the read and then the bottom, and I don't know. So we'll see with this one like how it goes. But I've never read it before. I don't know what it's like, but I enjoyed my recent reread or / re-listen to We Were Liars by this very same author. So yeah, let's see by diving into this one. But yeah, I think this is just like one of their old school first releases, and this one is actually literally 10 years old. 2005. No, it's 20 years old. 2005. I do remember this being in secondary school. I was 15, so yeah, I remember this. I want to say like, yeah, I think one of my friends might have read this, but yeah. Anyway, it's very old, so because it's like old, I wonder if it's going to have that kind of like old school feeling to it. So I'm really hoping it's going to give me kind of like nostalgic feels. That'd be really cool. Roll number 6. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Where did that go? I'm going to roll the second one again. Oh, I wish I rolled them both. 2 5s. makes it a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our second and final black cat. Okay, roll number 6 was our second and final black cat, which again, another TBR jar. So I have gone with series I want to reread this time. So this is my funky jar. So these are all on my reread shelf, and yeah, I don't mind any of these that come out because they're rereads. So I'm just going to pull a random one out. This yellow one. Okay, here we go. What book have I got? Ooh, amazing. It's the it's the third book, but it's the Mate State series by Kathy Hopkins. So that means I'll be rereading the first one. I have been honestly eyeing that up lately, so I'm very excited for this. Hello, sorry, I have to switch over to my phone for this next clip. And yeah, like the actual disc is full of files, so yeah, I would have to take it and put it on the laptop, and that's just going to take a while, and I CB over that. So the roll number 6 was Black Cat, and that was TBR jar. And as you guys would have seen, the jar and the book that came out, and that is Mate States and Inflatable Bras by Kathy Hopkins. So with this one, I first read this when I was in school, and just to show how old this book is, look at the price tag, $5.99. So yeah, and I remember I was obsessed with this first book, so I'm really hoping that I get obsessed with it again. It's a very short book, like under 150 pages. It's really not long. But yeah, let me look at the publishing. Yeah, 2001. So yeah, this is 24 years old, guys. But there you go. Nice quick read. It's on the to reread list, and I'm happy that it came out, and I look forward to giving it a reread. Rolling for number 7, 6 and a 2. There's 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A yellow cat, our second and final yellow. Moonology cards again for roll number 7, yellow cat. So let's see what's going to come out this time, guys. I'm gonna give them a good shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Alright. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Roll number 7 was a yellow cat. Yet again, the Moonology Oracle cards. The quote this time was, "The end of a tough cycle approaches." So with this one, I was kind of thinking like I could go with like the end of a trilogy, the end of a series, and also I could go with like maybe like storyline, like the end of something. I decided to go with that one. So in this one, this is Rebel Hearts by Tanya Byrne, and it's kind of like it talks about like the world falling apart, and I believe like what happens in this is something to do with like the climate, because it mentions like the world's burning and it feels like you're the only one pointing, yelling fire. So that's why I went with this one. Whether the world is actually falling apart, like I don't know, but something's happening to the world which is making it kind of like ending. So that's what I kind of went with this prompt. And this is an author that's going to be at Yalk, and I got it from the library. It's a fairly recent released book, actually, within the past few months. So yeah, and I believe it's a female romance in this one. So yes, all for seeing what this one is gonna be like. Now guys, will this be our final roll for the month? Yes it is. 5 and a 4, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm rolling again because it's through your shelf. 5 and a 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've had a black cat. Rolling again. Oh. Okay, it's not the final roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god. Why do I make these rules up? Going again. It's just not meant to be. Just not meant to be this time. Oh my life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pink cat. Our second and final pink cat. Beer pong again for all 8. Let's see, I'll try and aim further near the back this time. Amazing, the furthest one. So we've got one here. Let's see what this prompt is. Pink, pink. Ooh, a book that is a new author to me. So for roll number 8, we eventually landed on a pink cat, which was our final beer pong of our second one. And I don't think I've ever had it before where I've had 2 doubles on one roll. But this is just purely because the same cats were coming out. And I wouldn't have had so many doubles if it was because of that. But I ended up with adding on 2 prompts because of this one. Ah, the fates are not liking me this time. So, as you would have seen with Beer Pong, the prompt that came out was new author. So, this is good because I'm always reading like books from new authors, because there's new authors like debut releases all the time. Or like books that I just haven't read from the author like before. So with this one I decided to go with my chapter 25 book club pick, which is She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. So the book club live for this will be this month. People have started to read it. They're pretty much actually saying that they're struggling, like mostly the majority of people are saying that they're struggling with this one. I'm not massively sure why, whether it's like maybe the writing style, the information of it or anything. So I've yet to see. I did try the audiobook of this and it was not working for me, but honestly I think that's just a me thing because I really struggle with fantasy audiobooks. So this is one that I would just have to physically read. It is one that I'm going to have to start soon because obviously it's October now and the book club lives are always the second Thursday of each month. So yeah, I need to get my ass onto this book for sure. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to think about it. I'm going to try and not let people's struggles and views of it so far affect me. I'm just going to like go in with my own head. But if you guys have read this and whether you liked it or didn't like it, please do let me know your thoughts on it. Especially if you did like it, of course, because it would persuade me to definitely go further into it. Obviously, it's one that I do want to read and hope that I do like. So, yeah, we'll see with this one, but fingers crossed. Roll 9. 3 and a 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Orange cat, yay! Okay, guys, Wheel of TBR. Right here, so we hopefully you can see it a bit better there, but yeah, we've got all sorts of prompts on this one right here. Very easy ones, hardback series, new purchase, fave author. We have got here children middle grade, spin again because of course, and then we have got reread, review book, free choice, TBR jar, adult, ebook. So yeah, all sorts of different ones there. So we are gonna spin this together to see which one we're gonna get. I'm gonna give it a really good spin. All right, here we go. TBR jar. Of all the things. Okay, so I've gone with archived e-review books I own physical copies of. So yeah, there's a lot of these. So I'm gonna choose them. But these are from all my years of booktube. and these are ones I own copies of. So I've gone with this one right here. It's a NetGalley book, NG for NetGalley, and it was 3rd of October 2023. This is Throne of the Fallen by Kerry Maniscalco. That's the book right there. Amazing. It was an extract, but I do actually own this book, so I'll be reading the next one in the series. So roll number 9 was an orange cat. Finally we have a different cat that came up, and this is Wheel of TBR. And it was really funny because like TBR jar came up, so it meant I needed to pick another TBR jar. So of course the jar that you would have seen, and the book that actually came out. And with that one, I've decided to go with the book that's from like the other series, because Throne of the Fallen is kind of like a spin-off from this one. So I was like, well, you know what, I'm going to go on with this one, because I don't like to read spin-offs until I've completed the other one. So it's still from the same author, it's still kind of like from the same world, so it's not really cheating per se. So anyway, I make up my own rules. It's my TBR, damn it. But yeah, so this book is Kingdom of the Curse by Kerry Maniscalco. I'm very excited to read this actually, because I really enjoyed the very, very first book of this one, and it was a while since I read that, so I'm really hoping that I can dive into this one and it will just be easy off the bat. But I loved the writing style, I loved the story, I was absolutely addicted, so I'm hoping this is going to be another really addictive read. And it's blue, and yeah, I'm very excited for this one, so I'm hoping that I can find the time to get around to reading it in the month of October. Roll number 10. 4 and a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cream cat. So this is the final roll of the month. We didn't reach the max, which is good. Oh, my life. But we have 10, guys. We have 10 rolls. That is crazy. Freaking crazy. So, just to show you the ones that I've got, I will show you them all here. Treat Yourself, Treat Yourself, Black Cat, Yellow, Pink, Black, Yellow, Pink, Orange, Cream. Wow, I didn't realise there was actually that much of a pattern until I see it now. But like how there's yellow, pink, black, yellow, pink, orange. That's really interesting. But yeah, so these are the TBR games and things that come out. Alright guys, we have the TBR Tombola. I mean, you guys know that if you've been watching these videos, that if this doesn't come out, I tend to choose this one anyway, because this contains pretty much like all of my books, especially all of my up-to-date books. So that includes like an Immigrate, Feral Loot, special edition signed books, adult, YA, middle grade graphic novels. It's all pretty much in there, hence why there's so many in this thing. This is why I have a tombola now. I don't have a TBR jar, I have a TBR tombola. So it's all up to date with the latest releases, latest book subscription boxes. So we're gonna just give it a real good spin and choose one from the TBR Tombola. We're gonna spin it the other way as well. I love spinning these things. So cool. Alright. Without further ado, I'm gonna dig my hand in and see what I'm gonna get. I've got a yellow one here, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, George R.R. Martin. Oh no, that's a book in that series, isn't it? Fuck. I really can't have any of that series. I'm gonna cheat and throw that one back in and choose another. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I can't have that. I know, I'm cheating, but we're coming up to Yelp. I need something, okay? So, I know it's really not ideal. Okay. Let's go with this one. This green one. Give me something. Okay, I can probably deal with this one. It's the I Heart series, which I do have in the flat. So I will be going with the first one, not I Heart Christmas, because it's a series. So yeah, I'll go with the first one of this one. So our 10th roll was a Cream Cat TBR Tombola. I normally like pick a book from the Tombola each month anyway, and this time it came out in the prompts, so it's good because it means it's part of the TBR like officially, which is quite nice. So with this one, I had a book that was from this series, but I went with the first book that's in the series, obviously, and that is I Heart New York by Lindsay Kelk. This is the first one. This is my cute little mass paperback edition, and I've met the author at Yauk previously. Absolutely lovely. I'm very excited to read this. I don't know what I'm going to think about it. I'm really hoping that I do enjoy this one. I'm in the mood for a real good chick lit. So yeah, I'm hoping that I find time to read this month. It would be a really nice breakaway like from all the fantasy reads. Grab machine time, guys. How many have I got left? So it's October, November, December. So only 3. I need to pick 4 out, guys. I need to get 4 of these. All my life. Okay, I'm gonna do my best. So here goes. All right. I'm not gonna have the music because it's late at night. Well, let's hope I can get 2 in a go. I've got 1. So I've got 1. Now I need to go and grab some more. Okay, I've got 2. Oh, my 3. I'm just gonna stay clawed. Come to me, someone. Yeah, there we go. Come on, you can come. Oh no, come on, come on. Come to my trap. I promise there'll be like lots of great things. We will have like parties and stuff. Come on, one more. One more. Ah, damn. I ran out. I'm out of money. Never fair. I have another $1. Let's go. Yes. Okay. There we go, guys. We have officially got our 4. So, let's see what 4 we got. My life. Can't believe I had to pick 4. Okay. First one is... Ooh, I've been intrigued to read this one though. So this is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've been so intrigued to read this one. The next one. Aha, the reread of Girl 15, Charming but Insane. Number 3. Zodiac Academy. And last but not least, amazing! Oh, that's Fate. Belladonna by Glen Grace. That is on the Yauk list. Okay, so grab machine books now. I have got here The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm very excited to have this on the TBR because I have recently reread Daisy Jones and the Six, and I was thinking of reading / listening to this at some point, and this has just like popped up and I'm just like, oh, yeah, okay. So I don't know if I'm going to physically read it or if I'm going to like listen to the audiobook, or whether I'm going to try the audiobook and then if it's not working I physically read it, or whether I do a bit of both. Like, I don't know yet with this one, but I'm very, very excited. This was massively popular the year of its release. Everybody had it on their top 10 favourite list of BookTube. So many people had recommended this one. So I want to see what all the fuss is about. I know that it's kind of like died down a bit since, so I'm really hoping that will help, and the fact that it's not like big and massively hyped at the minute, that it will help, because sometimes when books are hyped it really affects my reading. So yeah, I'm gonna go into it completely like off my own accord and just see what I'm gonna think about it myself, and just hopefully enjoy it. I've read a couple of books by this author now, so I know that Daisy Jones isn't a one-hit wonder, so I'm really hoping that this is going to be another of my favourites by this author. Also, I have Girl 15 Charming But Insane by Sue Lim. This is a reread again, and the first book that's in the series. I first read this when I was like 15 myself, so yeah, yes, again, it's just quite old. I don't know how. Okay, so this one, let's see, 2004. So yeah, this was all that time ago. I remember it being in a bookstore with a very different cover. This is a redesign one, and I remember reading it and I was hooked. I read like a few books from the series at the time, and yeah, I recently got them all from like Vinted. It was last year I think I maybe got them, so, or beginning of this year, I can't remember when I got them, but I'm very happy that I have them now in my hands. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy rereading these again. I love like reading nostalgia books that I'd read like when I was in school and when I was younger and that, and just it brings me back to those days, and it just makes me feel safe and happy. So yeah, I'm very excited for this one. Hopefully this time I can get around to reading it, because it's been on a couple of TBRs, but it is on the Grab Machine top 10 list of books to read this year, so hopefully it's one that I can focus on at some point. But yeah, I'm very excited to dive into this one. Also, for the first time, this book has actually come out. It's not come out on any other months, but that is Zodiac Academy, The Awakening. This is by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. This is the first book. This is the self-published paperback. I don't actually know if it is like traditionally published yet, or if it is still just on Amazon, but yeah, I've heard like that it's really popular. I don't really know what I'm going to think about it. I don't even know what it is about, to be honest. I got it just because like there was so much buzz about it, and I can't remember when I got it, either the beginning of this year or last year, but I'm happy that it's come out, and yeah, fingers crossed I can enjoy this. I'm so excited. Also from the Grab Machine, I have Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This is perfect because this is a Yelp author and I've been meaning to give it a read, so it's great that this has come out of the Grab Machine. Hopefully I have time to read it this month. Fingers crossed that I do, and if I do, fingers crossed it's one that I do enjoy. And finally, because obviously I need to try and catch up with my top 10 books in the Grab Machine, that's why I've got so many this time, because I hadn't been pulling them out for a few months, and so they weren't getting read, so I'm behind, so therefore that's why these are on the TBR. So I've just pushed forwards God's Killer by Hannah Kaner. I mean, this isn't really a big book anyway, but I'm just pushing it forwards just on the off chance that I do get it read. But then I've literally only got like 2 left in the Grab Machine if I do manage to somehow get all of these top books read. But yeah, it's easy to push forwards. I am still really intrigued to give this a read, and hopefully it is one that I do enjoy if I manage to get it read. Finally, in this video, I'm going to finish on a couple of books that I am currently in the middle of reading / listening to. So a book that I'm physically reading at the minute is My Life with the Water Boys by Ali Novak. I'm actually like 3/4 through this, like I'm a real good chunk through this. I'm really enjoying it. There's definitely some differences with the TV show, and there's also some similarities too. But yeah, I'm reading it because I was like really obsessed with the TV show, and I'm completely up to date with that. And now I'm watching the Summer I Turned Pretty TV show, and I'm obsessed with that. So yeah, but yeah, I'm really enjoying what I'm reading of this so far. I don't know what I'm going to end up rating it, but when I am reading from this, I'm finding that I'm really enjoying the writing style and the story. So hopefully it's just going to be one that I give a really good rating for, but I have high hopes at the minute for this one. And the other one I haven't actually listened to because I put the audiobook down. I was really struggling to listen to this one, and it's not a contemporary. I find I can only really listen to contemporaries with audiobooks and have no issues with focus with that. So with this, I'm going to end up physically reading this. So I mean, hopefully it is one that I can continue this month. I just like put it down last month, but I hadn't picked it up like for a few weeks. But that is Songlight by Maura Buffini. This author is going to be at Yalk, and that's why I'm also reading this. But I really like the concept of this one, of like, you know, the songlight that they have. I think that's like really, really cool. It's just a different concept, and there's, you know, recently this year there's been a sequel published for this one. So, you know, if I do find that I really, really enjoyed this one, then it would be great to get the sequel. But hopefully this is one that I do enjoy, because then when I do meet the author at Yalk, then I can like chat about it, and yeah, that would be like really, really great. So I'm hoping I can pick it back up and physically read it, but there's other books I need to physically read first. Like with the book club reads, like they're always like really important. Luckily I don't have any physical review books this month. I do have some ebook review books, so I might try and like slot those in if I can as well, because obviously they're priority too. So yeah, the trouble is, guys, it's just literally so many books so little time. Fortunately, books are publishing faster than I'm reading them. At least, like, I've been on a book slowdown this month, and I've just been focusing on the books that I've got and, like, going from there. Like, literally, there's only one book that's kind of like on my radar at the minute, and that's just, like, another Jennifer Armentrout book that's in the Blood and Ash series. When We Were Monsters by Jennifer Niven, I didn't get around to reading last month, so I'm going to kind of, like, have that on the side as well, because I would like to get that read. And also like The Wicked Lives of Habron Fair, I didn't get to read that either. I did get to reread and listen to Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven though, so at least I got a Jennifer Niven book read. But out of the 3 that were on the TBR, I only managed to get 1. But that's fine. Like, I'm not like the world's fastest reader, and I don't always have time to read. I've been very tired. Most recently, it's the weather. There's a lot of bugs going around in a minute, so I did have a week where I was feeling very weird, and all I did was mostly sleep. It is what it is sometimes, guys. Like, we can't help it. So, like I say, this TBR can be subject to change, so I can completely ignore this TBR and just read what the fuck I want, or I can try and stick to it. I don't know. I literally don't know how it's going to go, or what I'm going to feel like I'm going to read. But I have a nice vast amount of books that I can choose from, so at least I can like go with that. I have my like necessity reads anyway, but I will just see what I'm in the mood for reading. And at the minute I'm just happy reading one book at a time, or having like an audiobook on the go and a physical book. That's kind of like a nice thing to have. And maybe I could kind of do like have an audiobook on the go, a physical, and maybe like an ebook, because I don't always like to read physical books in the evening when I'm really tired, but at least with ebooks I can kind of like lay down and read. So I might start doing that, so I have like one of each format, one audiobook, one ebook, and one physical. So I'll see how I get on with that one, and yeah, I think I'll try that this month. But anyhow, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. It's time to wrap it up now, because there's not much else for me to say other than I need to get my reading game on. Please do let me know down below in the comments what books you guys are reading in the month of October. If you've done a TBR video, feel free to link it down below. And if you've read any of the books I've mentioned in today's video, please do let me know your thoughts as well. Or if you've got them on your TBR as well, feel free to let me know. Maybe we can like buddy read it together. But that's it for me for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up. All my social media links as always are linked down below in the description if you would like to follow me elsewhere. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!